Hi everybody!
Hi everyone, and welcome to the 24th episode of the Cotton the Wool podcast.
Yep.
I'm SamBee.
And I'm BabyBee.
And we are the hosts. Cotton the Wool podcast is a podcast put out by the Bumblebees at Bumblebee Acres Farm. We are a fiber farm and a fiber artist studio located in Northern Illinois. And yeah, if you are joining us again, then welcome back. If you're new here, thanks for watching. I hope you stay.
Yeah, thank you so much for watching.
Or I should say I'm still getting used to having a co-host. Normally it's just me.
It's okay, it's still new.
But yeah, we hope that you stay. And yeah, today we're going to be talking about a lot of things. At first I was like, what the heck are we talking about today? And then I realized we actually have a ton of stuff to talk about.
Yeah, me too. I was like, what are we going to put in the podcast today? What are we going to even talk about? Or do we have any updates or anything to talk about? And
you want to see my list?
Yes, I do.
The list of things that I wrote. Okay. It's actually like a whole list. Okay, so
awesome, very exciting.
So today, I'm gonna keep this with me so I can double check that a few times. But well, maybe I should start with the date. It is. What is the date? Also, if you're new here, just a forewarning, I am chronically scatterbrained very badly. It is February 26th, Wednesday, though this will probably be published on Thursday morning because it always takes me like a day and a night to upload it. But anyways, today we're going to be talking about whips, FOs. There are a couple FOs behind me, literally two.
Yep.
We're going to be talking about just general farm stuff. There was a new update online of Outlander and St. Patrick's Day colors. And I don't have the St. Patrick's Day colors to show you because we just used the photos from last year to upload them. So I haven't, we don't have any, well, like what I mean when I say that is normally when we come out with a new update, I will take the colors that Queen Bee and SenBee just dyed, and I will photograph them and then bring them here on the podcast. Yeah. But we just are updating with the colors that we used last year, so those are all online, and maybe I can show them next week when they dye some of them again. I know we have a few held back, but I don't know where they are.
Yeah, I don't know where they are either, but...
So, but we did a massive Outlander update. We have a ton of new colors. Like, we have a bucket here. And there
are so exciting.
Oh my gosh. There are like, I don't know, 10 new colors. And there are fade sets. And we're going to be talking about that at the end of the episode. But,
yeah, as we were like putting them in the bucket to bring in here, I was like, okay, it would be a dream come true if this bucket was all for me. Like, literally watching Sam put them in, I was like, oh, that one. I need that.
Yeah, no, I mean, I really like the Outlander colors. I think,
me too.
I think they're some of my favorites as far as just basic colors, you know. But I feel like we're a lot the same in that because we both like Downton Abbey and Outlander. Those color schemes are very much us.
Agreed.
Yeah. So, yeah, there were some new cast-ons this week that we're going to be talking about, including what BabyBee is working on right now. But we're going to get to that later. First, we're going to talk about... First, we're going to talk about some farm stuff because it's the end of February, which means we're going into March. And we have some exciting stuff happening this year in the spring and the summer for our farm, and I'm excited to talk to you guys about that.
Yep.
But I don't know how the weather has been by you guys, but here it has been horrid.
It has. It's been awful.
We had this past weekend we actually had some really nice days where it was really warm and sunny. We were in like the high 30s and like mid-40s, and we went to the zoo.
Yeah, which was awesome.
Yeah, we went
the sun was out.
to the Madison, Wisconsin Zoo, which is a really small free zoo. What was your favorite exhibit?
The polar bear, probably, because one of them, they have two, I think, over there, and one of them was doing laps by the viewing window.
Yeah, the window. Yeah, he was walking back and forth right next to the window and brushing up against it.
Yeah, I took a video. I was like...
yeah, you're literally, like, only
right
have
there.
Glass between you and the polar bear, which was really neat.
Yeah.
They have a very, like, low security zoo.
They do. Like, the gates and stuff are super low. You could just hop in.
You can just step right over.
To. Like, they have, like, a white rhino, and, like, you can just literally... Like, the gates aren't even, like, close together. Like, they're not flush. So, like, there's, like, a gap. I could just...
Squeeze
go
in.
right through and then just jump over. I wouldn't want to go by the rhino necessarily, but...
I mean, they have, like, a really low little, like, and when I say low, I mean it's maybe 3 feet.
Yeah, it's super low.
Like, just fence? Like, just a little, like, it almost looks decorative, okay? Like, along the path. And then you have sometimes like little ropes that are like maybe 3 inches from the ground. And the like lions, literally all that's between you and the lions is that little rope. Sometimes not even the little decorative fence. And then they have a really tall chain link.
Yeah.
Like enclosure. Yeah. So if you wanted to, you could just go up and like stick your arm in with the lions.
Yeah, literally.
But I was very excited about the lions. I think those were my favorite exhibit because, and I'm like casually leaning farther and farther back. I've never actually seen lions like that in real life.
Really?
No, because I've never been to that zoo before.
Oh yeah, you didn't go with us.
So every time I've been to the zoo, they have like lions are like high security.
Oh,
There's
yeah,
like a
far away,
giant trench between you and the lions.
Yeah.
And you need like binoculars to see them.
Literally, yeah.
Sometimes like they'll be behind the glass, but they'll be so far away and the glass is so old and like dirty and fogged up that you can't see them anyway, or it's like all scratched up from like, hundreds of thousands of kids coming and just banging on the glass.
Yeah.
But the lions were right there, and they had 2 enclosures. One had 2 male lions in it, and they were like young, really handsome little lion boys. They had
they were super cute.
Big giant manes, and oh my gosh, they were like, one was like literally 3 feet away from you. It was crazy.
Yeah.
It was like the most exciting thing.
And seeing, like, a polar bear that close, like, that's insane.
Never seen a polar bear that close either, unless you're lucky enough to see them swimming, because then it'll be, like, they'll be right by the glass. But usually the polar bears are, like the lions. Yeah. Like, there's a trench between you and the polar bears, but you can see them when they're underwater. Yeah,
I was, like, really excited about the polar bears because the last time I went, which was, like, quite a few years ago... the polar bear, I don't know if they got another polar bear, but I remember just being one, and, it was all the way in the back, like, it was far, and, it was still exciting, but it was not as close as this time, like, it was just walking back and forth, laps by the glass. I was, like, I could actually see the teeth, the mouth, like, it was super cool.
Oh, yeah.
Like, see the features.
The one boy, he was sleeping on a big giant rock, and he was the one that was really close up. Oh, yeah, I'm talking about lions.
No, yeah, we both had our favorites.
Sorry.
You can tell we both
I wanted to talk about how, like, the lion, he yawned, so you got to see all of his teeth. Oh, my gosh,
and
it was
that's so cool. Yeah.
And then the one polar bear that was pacing back and forth right in front of the glass, he went in the snow. Like a few feet away,
he starts eating,
and he just started like nuzzling around in it, and it was so cute. Yeah. It was so cute.
Yeah, it's just like a really cool experience, like you go to the zoo, and I just kind of always think it's gonna be far away, like you said, high security, and you don't really get to like see their personalities necessarily. Mm-hmm. And like at this zoo, you can really like tell. I mean, I don't know. It's just really cool.
Yeah, the giraffes were really close too.
Oh yeah.
They had them indoors, but you could go inside with them, and like they were maybe like 6 feet away from you.
Yeah.
And it was just so cool because like literally I've never seen a giraffe that close before in my life.
I know. Yeah. It's insane.
Oh, and they had the 2 capybaras.
Oh yeah.
So if you don't know what a capybara is, they're like little well, actually they're very large rodents. They look like ginormous guinea pigs, like the size of dogs.
Yeah.
They're so cute. I want one so bad. They're so cute, and they're like aquatic animals, so they love to swim.
I know, isn't that so cute? I wish we had gotten to see them swim, because that would have been adorable.
They they're from South America, and when they swim, all you can see is like from their nose up. So like when they swim, I don't think you can ever really see them. They swim kind of like alligators, I guess.
Really?
Like,
I didn't know that.
Yeah. So
That's
you don't
so
really,
cute.
you would think they'd have their whole head above, but no, it's just like, they're just like sneaking around.
Yeah.
And they live in big herds, so there's always like tons of them just swimming around. It's so cute. But yeah, so we did that, which was a fun like afternoon outing. And then then the weather got really, really windy and cold.
Super brutal out there.
It is so windy and so cold. Like, it just blows right through you. It's awful.
Yeah. Yeah, yesterday, when SamBee and me went walking, the wind just went, like, right through, like, my ears were hurting after. Were yours? I need a headband. I need to knit one of SamBee's headbands.
Were you wearing a hat?
Yeah, I was wearing a hat, but I was wearing one of my thinner hats because I was too lazy to go and grab a thicker hat. So it was like kind of a mistake, but I mean, I was like, I gotta go and do this walk, come on, so.
Yeah, I was wearing my Wanderlust Headband, which is a pattern I actually came out with a few years ago. And it's like a cute braided cable headband, and on the edges are an I-cord edging, so it kind of keeps it a little more snug on your ears and kind of like almost hugs your ear.
Yeah,
which
I
is
need
nice.
to make that.
And
I need that.
Yeah, that's what I was wearing, and it worked pretty good.
Yeah.
We were doing like actually more than a walk. We were doing like intermittent. She was sprinting. I can't sprint, so sometimes I was jogging.
Yeah.
And then walking.
Yeah.
That was fun.
Yeah.
Yeah, then, so we have a lot of plans for this year for the farm because this is our first year having spring at this farm.
Yeah.
So, we were talking about how we're going to get the rest of our acreage. We have about, I think, 7 acres that were in corn last year.
Yeah.
So we are going to hopefully reseed that all and to do everything that goes into that, the fertilizing and what have you, to put it into pasture. And then we're going to get a perimeter fence put up, which is very exciting.
Yes.
And then hopefully we can start dividing that up into different pastures for the sheep and the goats to go and run around in. What was I going to say? Oh, we're going to hopefully breed for fall lambs. So I'm excited for that.
Yeah, I'm super excited for that.
We need a new buck
Ram. Yeah.
for our goats.
Oh, yeah.
So because we don't currently have an intact buck.
Yeah.
They're very hard to keep intact goat bucks. So usually we will keep one for 1 or 2 years and breed them, and then we will place them and not have babies for a few years because they are just so destructive. You can't keep them very well.
It's very difficult. Like, they'll just break. They'll break your fencing, they'll find a way to just destroy their
everything. They just destroy everything.
Yeah.
And where we're set up now, we don't really have a place to put somebody who's that destructive.
Yeah.
So there's that.
Yeah.
We're also we've been talking to some other farms about getting some new Cormo ewes and a new ram. I think that our ram this year, he can breed this year. I think that he's not too old, but it's been a while since we've been able to breed because of our farm situation.
Yeah.
So
yeah, I'm not sure. We might be getting another one of those.
We're definitely getting another one. We just have to wait till our friends at the other farms lamb and see what they have, because I think my mom was saying she wants 2 or 3 new ewes and a new ram. So
yeah, super exciting.
Yes. We have to be sending out our fleece clipping from last year because of moving. We never got to actually ship that off to be processed into top. So that's going to be happening soon. But yeah, just like a lot of exciting stuff. We're going to be setting up the organic garden.
Oh, I can't wait for that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'm very excited for all of this stuff.
Yeah. We're not going to be doing like a farmer's market. We used to do that in the past, but now we're going to be doing just a small garden for ourselves during the summer, which it's always nice.
Yeah.
It's one of my favorite things.
Oh, so. Yeah. I miss having like last year, I missed having the, vegetables that we would have in our, like, just making fresh salads. You can just go out and grab it and have it with dinner. It's super nice, so.
Yeah, I'm trying to think what I miss the most.
I'm going to say sorrel quiche. I don't know.
Oh, yeah. If you have ever had sorrel, it's like a type of leafy green, and it has a lemony flavor to it. Mm-hmm. And oh my gosh, you put it in a cheese quiche. It's with like onion and Swiss cheese, I believe. Mm-hmm. And oh my gosh, it is divine. It is so good.
It's so good.
Yeah, I have to say it's probably my favorite too.
Yeah, and at our old farm, the sorrel would just grow every year, just amazing. And we would have sorrel quiche every year. I don't know how many quiches. I don't think I could count. We made a lot of them every year.
We did.
Yeah, because it was so nice. You just go out, grab it, and Queen Bee is very good at making them. I think SenBee was good at making them too. So like, they just put it together and it's just really nice. So I'm excited for that.
Yep. And that's something we have to start prepping for soon. Unfortunately, a lot of this stuff needs to be done in, what am I trying to say? Like during our show season, our busy show season. Yeah. So that'll be fun. Luckily, Elijah.
Oh, yeah.
Her fiance.
He'll be here to help out.
He'll be here to help because she's actually, BabyBee is coming to a lot of the shows with us this year. Mm-hmm. This spring. And that's mostly because we have 2 booths now. And also, like, we're always trapped at the, like, we have really, really great patrons and friends, you guys, who come out to our events. But we're usually trapped at the booth pretty much the entire weekend. Yeah. So this will be a good way for us to catch up with people and to chat a little bit more and to, just do a little bit more of, like, networking with our friends and such and seeing what else is going on. Sometimes these shows like Shepherd's Harvest is a big one that has other like farms, a lot of farms that come there and have different breeds of sheep. So, if we want to connect with anybody on that level and see what else we want to bring into our farm. I know at some point we want to have a small flock of blue-faced Leicester sheep.
Yeah.
I'm very excited about that. That's one of my favorite wools.
Oh, yeah.
But that's like kind of in a 3-year plan. Maybe next year we'll be able to get some.
That would be really nice if we could.
It just costs a fortune putting up fencing. Like, the perimeter fence is going to be hard, but then getting enough stuff to, like, enough fencing and time and energy to do the inner fencing to divide the pastures, that's going to be a lot of money too. So once we have that better situated, then I think we are going to start a small Blueface program.
Yeah.
Because that would be nice.
Yeah.
And then let me check back with my phone what else I wanted to talk about, because like it's a huge list. I might forget stuff.
Yeah. And I just want to say, if I keep looking down, I'm counting my rows. I do not have a row counter that I can currently use. It's all it's used on my sweater right now.
Can I tell you?
So.
I think I have one right here.
That would be amazing. I've never used one of these ones.
I have like a cute little finger one.
No, I'm learning something new on the podcast today.
For my birthday a couple of years ago. Okay, so like
that resets it. And awesome.
Yeah, there you go. You can keep it.
Thank
you. Turns off on its own. Yeah, I got that for my birthday a couple of years ago. Not this past birthday.
Yeah,
the one before.
I think I'm gonna be asking for one of these for my birthday.
Well, that's perfect because your birthday is right after Stitches Midwest.
So you can pick them up right there.
Yeah, somebody always has those at Stitches Midwest. So we will grab it for you then. Yeah. Or we might just get you one sooner because...
Yeah, because I need them. Like...
Yeah.
I need at least one because currently I'm borrowing SenBee's. So now you're lending me yours and I'm using someone else's. I've always just like used other... Like, Mom originally had, like, a few, and then I would just, she'd let me borrow
you can keep it on your, like, the thing is that you can keep it on your thumb, like this thumb if you want, or your finger, and then click it as you're doing it, so that way you remember.
Oh, wow, that's awesome.
Yeah.
Okay, well.
So that way you don't drop it.
I'm gonna try that. Oh, wow, that is so, like, that's so cool.
So high-tech.
Yeah, very high-tech. Just doing my knitting with my little row counter. Yeah.
Silly.
Me flexing. That's my flex today.
There's, like, this one row counter, that's, like, a ring, but you, like, spin it.
Yeah.
To adjust your rows.
Oh, cool.
But it looks like an actual ring. I would just be worried that it might... I mean, I've never seen one in person. I don't know how, like, easily it turns, like, if you would spin it by accident. But I'm guessing it doesn't really have that problem. I would just like to see one in person before I purchase one.
Yeah, I agree. I'd want to test it out and make sure it's, like, comfortable to actually use.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, so besides the farm, back on topic, we've been, the yarn business has been hopping, that's just what we're doing. We mentioned that we have new Outlander colors. There's also new show colors that SenBee has been developing for YarnCon. That's our next big show. We are also doing on March 11th, the Fox Valley Knitters Guild, It's a long name, which is in Illinois, in like Fox Valley areas where they're based out of. And we're just going to bring some yarn to one of their meetings. We had been asked several times, and this year we finally had some time to do it. So we're just going to go sit in on the meeting. We have some friends that go to that, or are a part of that guild, I should say. So we're going to go say hi to them. Also, that's kind of near where we have to do some more shopping for, like, IKEA shopping for our bedrooms.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
So I'm thinking we might make a trip. Then might be one of the trips that we do because that's coming up close and yeah. But other than that, the yarn processing has just been, a grind today. We are going to be packaging, it's going out kind of late, but not really. I changed our clubs to be shipping the 3rd or 4th week of every month. I don't say a specific day anymore. Like it used to be, I think, Tuesday for Harry Potter. Yeah. And Friday, both of the 3rd week of the month for Tolkien. And it just during show season and what have you, it just gets so hectic. So now we're just going to do, like, in general, 3rd or 4th week. We're going to try to aim for the 3rd, but this week, it's the 4th week.
Yeah.
Next week will probably be the 3rd week.
Yeah.
Because we don't really have a show that week. But then April and May are probably going to be crazy.
Oh, yeah, they're going to be crazy.
Yeah, we might, I don't know, we might have to skip one of those. I don't know if we're going to skip April or May. It's just because we have shows around that same, you know, week.
Yeah, yeah. And it's just a little too much, you know, to handle. Yeah.
Yeah, we don't want to send it out late. I already have people, like, emailing me, asking me where clubs are, and I'm like, well,
when's it coming?
I updated it to say that it's going to be shipping at this time. Sometimes people who are new don't realize that our clubs are pre-orders, and we wait till we get the entire order list, and then we, you know, we close it for that month, and then we dye them all, and all of that stuff.
Yeah.
But, yeah, sometimes people don't realize that, and they're like, I ordered this 2 weeks ago. Where is it?
Yeah.
I'm like, oh, you know what? It hasn't been dyed yet. So,
yeah.
But that's fine. Almost always people are very understanding of that sort of thing.
Yeah.
But other than that,
when are we talking about
whips? About whips?
And also, I can't wait to talk about the yarns.
Oh, I wanted to mention first. Okay, so we will talk about the whips after this next thing. Okay. I wanted to talk about how, sorry, we have many things.
No, it's okay. I just get excited about certain things, so I'm like, you know, when's it happening?
We have 2 cowls going in.
Oh yeah, we do.
In our Ravelry. Well, one is like a preview. It's starting March 1st. Mm-hmm. The other one is the Bubble Hearts cowl and hat knit along. So
I really want to do it so bad.
Yeah, so her yarns are getting dyed, and she's going to be starting that soon. I think you just posted in there.
Yeah, I did. I just haven't picked out my colors yet. I
just go with those ones, and if you don't love it, just make another one.
Ones?
The ones you said about the green and the rose water. And
I just don't know if I want that. I want something.
They're not the same tones as this.
I know, but I want
like
something
kind
of. Okay, but what? I don't know. I'm very indecisive. I don't know what I want.
You're never going to get it done.
I know. I have too many beautiful options, Sam.
It's just do whichever one you feel like doing right now.
Yeah. I think I might just go on the site and not make my own kit and just pick, because then I don't have to be like, well, would this look better? I don't know.
I think you should just do the natural one.
The natural one? Which one? The chocolate sheep or the black sheep?
Either or.
Which one do you think would look better on me?
I think the chocolate one.
Okay, well, that one I would definitely not regret doing, and I would really like that. And I don't have any neutrals.
That's what I was thinking of doing, if I were to do another one.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, so that's going on. I still have to announce prizes. It'll probably be gift cards, to the online shop again, just because I like people being able to pick out what they want.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Sometimes it's fun to do like a specific kit, or say like, do you want to choose like one of the kits that we have for the next cowl, but I don't have another cowl planned yet.
Yeah.
I'm thinking we might do an Outlander fade along. We did a Game of Thrones one last year, and that was huge fun. And I still haven't finished my cardigan, but that's happening after I finish this one. But an Outlander fade along would be a lot of fun. So I'm thinking maybe that, and maybe then I'll give away fade kits for prizes, or like single yarns for like 3rd place prize or whatever.
Yeah. That sounds fun.
Yes, but the other cowl that is starting on March 1st is a sock along. So we paired up with Lindsay from Sock Witchery Designs. She designs almost all of her socks have been designed out of our yarn. She's been supporting us since like the beginning. She's a really good friend of ours, and she has really nicely written sock patterns. I'm pretty
Oh, yeah.
sure besides SenBee's Sock-a-Day socks, which is SenBee's of our farm's design,
Yeah.
and their DK socks, I think I've only knit Lindsay's sock patterns. Just because they're usually not too complex, but they're still really cute, and
Yeah.
they show off the color really well, and
Yeah.
they're just like fun, easy to memorize, not horribly complicated, but yeah, super cute.
Yeah.
And I think that's going to be a 2-month cal. But cast on is happening March 1st. No early cast ons for that one. Prizes are to be determined, but I think that I'm going to see about getting a pair of Diac Craft needles or like a gift card to Diac Craft for one of the winners, because they are one of our sponsors, and that's what we're knitting with right now, our Diac Craft needles.
Always Diac Craft.
Always. Yeah, they're our ride or die. Literally.
Literally.
Our needles for both socks and literally everything else.
Yep.
And also for that knit along, and I think that the code is already ready to be used. It's 20% off Lindsay's patterns in Ravelry, and I'll put a link below, but the code is all caps B20, so super easy, all one word. And yeah, I'll put that below. But you do not have to use Bumblebee Acres yarn. The only thing you have to do is finish a pair of socks before the deadline. The pattern has to be one of Lindsay's patterns. But if you do use Bumblebee Acres yarn, you get 2 entries to win. And if you're an overachiever and you knit more than 1 pair, then that's another 2 entries for you if you do Bumblebee Acres, or another 1 entry if you don't do Bumblebee Acres yarn. So that's that.
Yep.
And we already have some people posting on Instagram about what they're choosing. I think I might open the thread up to chatter now so people can share what they're posting. So maybe by the time I post this, that will be open for people to like just post pictures of the yarns they're choosing and stuff like that. But yeah, now we want to talk about whips?
Yes.
Okay.
Okay, so I'll talk about what I'm currently working on. So, there's a bit of a backstory to this one. So this is our candy corn yarn. This is a one of our fall colorways. And I got this a few years ago, and I had started making some socks out of it. But then, I don't know, everyone loved them. Everyone was saying, you know, like, oh, how could you take them out?
So cute. But the socks were so freaking cute.
Okay, not to diss anyone else's pattern, but it was like the first time I was doing a different pattern from like vanilla socks or what SenBee has written. So, which those are more like basic and, you know, like easy to do. And I just really was not loving the pattern I was doing. Like it was, I don't know.
Yeah,
I knew once that the sock was, like, I had made one sock, almost finished one sock. Like, I had finished the heel and picked up the stitches, but I knew once it was done, I wasn't going to make the other one, and I really didn't want to waste this yarn. Like, I did not want this, you know, like, when you make one sock and you don't like what you're doing, you don't want to do the other one.
Yeah. I mean, I've never had that problem before. Like, I've always wanted to make my second sock. I just haven't had time to make my second sock for some of my...
I don't know. I just wasn't feeling it. I don't know. Also, this yarn, like, white for feet, I don't know. And also, I really want this by my face. Like, imagine this fall time, Halloween time.
Yeah, it's gonna be
I'm making a magic cake cowl. I mean, I'm clearly obsessed with magic cake cowls, which is a pattern by SamBee.
And that's what she's wearing here.
Yeah, so that's what I'm wearing.
And this one was...
I knit this very loose, though, so...
Yeah, so if you want to knit one like this, I would just go up maybe 2 needle sizes. So it's knit on a 4. That's a little bit more like a 6, maybe a 7.
Yeah, so if you want a bigger one, but I really like it. It's not too... it's not too like lacy at all because I knit it too loose. I actually really like how this
more of
was.
a poncho now.
Yeah, I love this so much. It is so warm and perfect for like under my coat and stuff. But yeah, I figured this would be a really cute one for fall. So that's what I'm currently working on.
It's gonna be super cute for fall.
Yeah.
Yeah, the socks were really cute. The pattern she was doing, I don't think she wants to say just to
well, I did enjoy it. It just wasn't necessarily like
it wasn't one of Lindsay's patterns.
Yeah, no, it wasn't one of Lindsay's.
It's a very popular pattern.
And everyone loves it, so it's not like my opinion matters, so it's fine.
Yeah,
whatever.
No, the only problem with that pattern is that the pattern kind of creates like almost a spiral effect. But this yarn, the way it knits up, also does a spiral, and they were going in opposite directions. So one was spiraling like counterclockwise, and the other one was going clockwise, and it looked really contrasting and kind of like not quite right. Yeah. And I think that's why she was
it just threw me off. It kind of made it look like I was just knitting socks that were just a mistake. Like because of the way the yarn was going and the way that the pattern is.
I could see how you felt that way.
Yeah. So I mean, everyone else was like, "Oh, it looks like goldfish," and I was like, "That's really cute," and I really like them, but I know I'm never gonna get it done because I just wasn't enjoying it. I don't know. I could probably try that pattern again and probably like it. It's just
on just like a different.
I've been knitting too many socks, and then I've been knitting so many socks lately. Well, not lately, but at the time when I started them, that I just kind of got tired of the knitting, like, socks, and I don't know, I was just probably bored of socks in general, to be honest, so.
Yes. Yeah. No, I understand that. Yeah, because she knit, I don't know if you've ever seen it, like, different shows, but we have a ton, and also she published a pattern for Sweetest Little Stockings, and they are super tiny, miniature, like proportional socks. So they aren't necessarily baby socks because babies have weird little wedge feet, but they are
weird little wedge feet.
They do.
They're short. Their feet are short and fat. That's it.
But they're
those are baby feet.
They're really cute socks. Anyways, my point is that they're a really cute way to like use up your scraps or your minis and to like make ornaments or whatever. But I will link that below too. But she had knit like 20 of these little socks
as like examples of like our different yarns and stuff, and it just I got so tired of knitting socks and doing I just didn't want to do any more socks. So she didn't want to keep it on the needles any longer, which is fine. I mean, if you're not loving something, I'm definitely somebody who believes in that. If you're not loving it, rip it. I mean, SenBee was just talking about how she doesn't like to knit socks unless she likes to knit them, but she gets bored very easily if the yarn isn't, like, crazy. And I'm like, I can agree, but at the same time, if the yarn isn't, like, I don't know, I would want, like, something crazy by my face and really shown. You know what I mean? Like, I really want my projects to be seen, and, like, I want to wear them, you know, like, so I see them. You know, rather than just like on my feet.
No, that's understandable.
And I don't usually wear shoes that like show off my socks necessarily, which I guess I could change. But I don't know. I just really prefer, like, lately I've been just really wanting like stuff around my neck, so.
My problem with socks is sometimes like just the way you have to hold the needles. If you're doing magic loop, it isn't too bad. But on the socks I'm doing right now, where I'm doing a knit 2 purl 2, the way that I have to hold the needles, it's just putting a lot of strain on my thumb. Yeah. And I have like really weird sensitive joints, like so weird. Yeah. It's not as bad as it used to be, but lately for some reason my thumb has just been bothering me.
Yeah, you don't want to overdo it.
So I've been trying to just do stuff that's not straining it super bad. But no, I like socks. I think that they're a fun project to do just if you're like traveling and what have you.
I agree, yeah.
But right now I'm really excited about my sweater, so I will talk about what I'm working on. And also, yes, on my die craft needles. We're both working on Northern Light needles. So those are their anodized steel needles. But I am working on my Drema, and it is really coming along. I am very excited.
It's beautiful.
And then my little McGonagall progress keeper down here. Isn't she cute? That is from our friends at Random Fandom Bags. And I will link her below. She makes super cute, like, little stitch markers. But yeah, this is the back where McGonagall is, because the beginning of the round is the back. And I'm actually going to eventually do that. I think I might have said this in the last episode. Pick up and do a folded brim. I was going to do the rolled brim.
Oh, yeah.
But I just feel like it's going to be too gappy, and I want it high up. So, but yeah, I finished the yoke, and now I'm just on the body. I had done my short rows, and yeah, I have to do this for like 11 inches, and it looks like I am at like 2.5. So, yeah.
Long way to go.
But it's a good podcast knitting because I'm literally just knitting in the round, so.
Yeah.
That's
super
nice.
I do have another thing to show if you want to like take turns.
Yeah, because I have to show. So we're gonna show Queen Bee's and SenBee's stuff as well.
Okay. So this thing is let me get the, I think it's Fuzzy Mittens pattern. I'm not sure. It says Fuzzy Mittens, Pookies, Wee Beanies with Hoods.
This was on like Ravelry out right now, right?
Okay, so I was looking up little like animals to make because Elijah, my fiance, and my anniversary is coming up. So thank you.
Oh, sorry. You have I know it's gonna bother you later.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna watch this and I'm gonna be like,
do I have any? That's weird. Okay.
No, not that.
Okay, so turn up your brightness and show them what these look like.
So this is what I'm gonna be making a Libby. So yeah, I just I was looking up. I was looking on Ravelry. I'm like, I really want to make a cute little animal for him. So I was looking and I saw this. I don't know if it was on Hot Right Now ever. I don't know.
I feel like I saw something cute and like in a sweater on Ravelry Hot Right Now. But
So
maybe it wasn't that. I don't know.
The pattern was $1.99, so like $2, and I was like, I'm just gonna get that. Thank you very much. So I started this and did all of this yesterday. I ordered some eyes for it. I'm gonna be making the little bunny one. But yeah, this is it so far. It looks a little like you can't really tell completely, but this is, I don't know which colorway this is. Which colorway is this one?
I think you're using Dobby's Reward.
Yeah, so I'm using Dobby's Reward for this, and I believe this one is Royal Mail. And this, I did do 2 rows of like a red. This was just in like our minis stash of like, extras. So I just...
Yeah, leftover from Advents. What base is that, Eliana?
This is Coquette. Sorry.
Yeah, that's our Coquette sock base, and she's
Doubled.
holding... Yeah, 2 strands together because the pattern calls for
worsted. So yeah,
teach her how to say all
yeah, so I'm really excited. And the pattern is super easy. I really like this pattern. I'm just ready to like make a ton of these. But yeah, that's what I have so far on that, and pretty sure that's all I have for whips currently. But yeah. Super excited about that, personally.
I have other whips that I haven't really been working on because I've been really focused on my sweater. I showed some socks that I've been working on a couple episodes ago. I don't think I showed them last episode. I haven't really made any progress on them, so it's like, why show them? But I'll show my other project, and then I'll show what SenBee and Queen Bee have been working on. So... I also crochet. We all crochet, but I am making another one of my brioche designs. So brioche is a crochet stitch that mimics brioche from knitting. And so it's 2 colors, 2-sided, super squashy. And yeah, I am making a DK shawl, and it's going to be a little bit faded. As you can see, it's kind of got like this fade effect kind of going on.
Yeah, super cool.
And so I have just been working on that as like a new release and a shop sample. It's going to be made with 4 new colors. And let me show those. So I showed them, some of them last episode. I think I showed Carson's Cottage and Carson, and these are from our Downton Abbey collection, so our new Downton Abbey yarns. And then I have Sunset Dances and New Romances.
I love that one.
Which is like a deep royal blue and a little bit of pink, very pale pink. And then I have this one, which is News Over Breakfast. Because if you ever seen Downton Abbey, and I don't know why I'm getting a shadow, but yeah, it's just making a shadow. But it's a really pretty speckly color. But if you ever watch Downton Abbey, and I have a random strand of something else on there, they always give the news over breakfast of everything big that's happening. It's always breakfast time. The news is when it happens. So that's that. And yeah, I'm really happy with how it's turning out, and I'm dropping everything. But yeah, I'm actually really enjoying getting back into crocheting. I really love crocheting, and it's just it's a nice change up. I really like the stitch because it's not quite as stiff as most crochet is. And yes, I did develop this stitch. It did not exist previously to me making it. So I like to make up stitches. I don't know, it's just I get an idea in my head and I just do it. But I do have a cowl version of this and a fingering weight version of this available on Ravelry, and I will link that below. But this one is going to be faded, and it's not going to have lace sections like the other brioche shawl has. It's just going to be 100% brioche stitch. But yes, and I am working with my Susan Bates and bamboo handle hook. So I got a whole set of these from Hershers. I think I'm saying that right. We ordered them online, and it was like $40 or something with shipping and everything for an entire set of these. Like, I think there were 11 or 12 hooks, maybe 14. Wow. I don't know, don't quote me on that. I will link the product below, but yeah, they're super affordable. But I had tried some other crochet hooks. I had tried furls. Was not a fan. I actually purchased an entire set for my birthday, and they arrived. 3 or 4 of the hooks were damaged, like actually damaged on the hook part. So they were snagging and damaging the yarn. Also, I had ordered their Streamline swirls, which are like a resin, and they were making my hands very sweaty. So I stopped and thought about things that I really like in hooks. So I love Susan Bates type of hook. I forget, I'm not super savvy, but it isn't tapered along the sides. It's just straight. And I really like that in a hook because the tapering can mess up my gauge. I think it's the boy hooks that have that taper, and so I'm not crazy about that. I really like metal because it's super smooth and fast, and when I am working with these, I don't even notice that I have a hook. Like, it's just been so effortless that, like, I haven't been struggling at all.
Yeah.
But having that wood handle gives you, well, it's actually a bamboo handle, but it gives you just a little bit more balance and something to hold on to, and won't let your hands cramp up so bad as if it was just a thin little hook that you're holding. And also, I just love the way that bamboo, like, lets your hand breathe.
Yeah.
I notice that if I'm using just metal or just plastic or the resin, my hands get very sweaty, which is something that never happens when I'm using my Diac Craft needles. So
yeah,
I've been
same.
trying to find something that I love for crochet as much as my Diac Craft needles. I know that Diac Craft does make crochet hooks, but they do taper the sides. I've never tried them, but I don't know yet. I'm thinking of talking to them and finding out like if they could make one that isn't tapered along the sides, so it's more of a hook like this that I know that I like. But I don't know. I don't really feel the need to have very expensive hooks just because like I like very expensive needles, and I would buy a very expensive hook if it was like I knew I'd love it.
Yeah.
But also I feel like hooks get lost way more easily than knitting needles do, just because they're not attached to anything. So yes, but I am very excited about this shawl anyways.
Oh yeah, I'm super excited about that shawl.
It is going to be released probably for YarnCon, I'm thinking.
Yeah, I'm gonna need to make one of those too.
It's very easy,
I
though.
love that.
I'm like ready to switch colors already. I've been doing this mashup of Carson and Carson's Cottage for what feels like forever, and I'm just ready to switch colors.
Like, it's time.
Yeah, I think I have, oh man, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12. I have like 6 more rows to do then of that, and then I can switch one of my colors out, and then yeah. But yes, so that's that. I'm gonna pick up my knitting again that I dropped. Also, I will show what SenBee is actually coming up with a new sock design, though we aren't going to show that because it's under wraps right now. It's very secret. She is working on one of our show samples and also kind of revamping her Ivy League hat pattern. So this pattern is super cute. It has a cable braid and then alternating stockinette and reverse stockinette body. And this is out of our new Galadriel colorway. Coquette sock held 2 strands together because the pattern calls for a worsted. And we like to marl our fingering weight and make worsted that way. She is just trying to revamp it so it fits a little bit better. Sometimes when you are a designer and you have been designing a little bit longer, you realize that there are things in your patterns before that you would do differently now and make them a little bit better. So she's just doing a couple changes to this, not a lot. Basically, you just increase to more stitches than in the body than what you originally did. And then so she's changing the decrease just a little bit right now. But otherwise, it's super cute. I love this buttery silver. Sorry, I'm covering your head. I'm just trying not to get it in the shadow. This color is just so nice. It's very nice for people who are not huge fans of yellow, just because it is such a soft yellow. It's so pretty. And the little bits of silver.
Yeah, ever since I saw that colorway.
I love it.
Which is Galadriel, right?
Yes. And that's going to be at shows this season. And Queen Bee is working on, and I've showed this the last few times, but she's made some progress, her Harry Potter themed Mountains of Minis wrap, which is another one of our patterns. So right now we are just working on shop samples. And this is going to need to be blocked. Like, look at how much wider it gets if you block it. But yeah, we're just all kind of working on shop samples right now for shows and to show some of the new colors and old patterns and new colors and stuff like that. But she is going to be getting to her fading section, and I believe she's fading it first into Ginny. So that's going to be exciting. And then, lastly, she'll be fading Ginny into Hagrid. But this is in our Coquette sock base again. Sorry I'm talking so much. But
it's
yeah,
okay, I'm counting.
that's pretty much all for whips. We do have some FOs. So last time we showed SenBee's twister hat that she was making out of our Ladies of Versailles color, which is an Outlander color. This is in our shimmer sock base, held 2 strands together. It has not been blocked yet, so we're gonna have to block it to like clean up that decrease area, make it look a little bit, you know, lay a little bit nicer, because it looks so pretty if you can see it at all. Very dark yarn, so it's kind of hard to show it on camera, but yeah, this is just a very easy cable hat. It's super cute. She knit it in literally like 6 hours, so
Literally.
it was a very fast, it's a very fast knit. And yeah, this colorway is actually online right now, because it's part of the Outlander collection. So if you wanted to make one, we have the pattern available on Ravelry. I will link below, and also the yarn is available in our shop. But yeah, it's very cute.
I love that. Super cute.
Oh no, I might have to steal this. She might have to knit another one.
Yeah. It looks really good on you.
It does. It does, I'm not gonna lie. She also has, and I didn't bring it, oh gosh, my hair. When you try on a hat and your hair gets all messed up. She also had a decent sized ball left over. I didn't weigh it to find out like about how many yards she had left, but it's enough to do an extra large pom-pom on top if she wanted to do that. But yes, that is one FO. And another FO is not knit by a bumblebee, but it was knit by BananaBee, which is my best friend Hannah, and she's an honorary bumblebee. So this is another shop sample, and I'm going to try it on because it's hard to show this thing
without
trying it on.
I'll help you adjust it. Okay, that is so
cute. It needs to be blocked.
I am obsessed with that, actually.
This is a hooded cowl, and it goes down a lot farther once you block it. This part has not been blocked, but the top has been, just because you do it like that when you make it. It's kind of just a cute little hooded cowl thing. This is called the Winterfell Cloak, and I came out with this pattern a few years ago, but it takes 3 skeins of like a worsted or an Aran. We have it knit here in Coquette Sock again. It's just our favorite, and it's our most unique base that we carry, and it's so versatile. So it's held 2 strands together again, and this is our Old Forest Lord of the Rings inspired color. But this has really cute cable detailing here down the front, and also along the edge of the hood. It's just super cute. I have it in, I think I originally knit it in our Sasquatch Aran base, and it is the colorway Valor Margulis, so it was a Game of Thrones inspired color, but this is one that we will have at shows. And yeah, it's warm. It's a good cowl to wear. Like, my intention was to wear it if you don't want to wear a real jacket. You can also make it like a full poncho length if you wanted to, because this is just a repeat that just keeps going. So you would just keep going with it if you wanted to make a poncho. I might just add that as a little thing in the pattern. I just haven't had time. But then you would just need more yarn, and you would just keep increasing.
Yeah, maybe I'll make one of those too.
This has I've been meaning to make one, but I haven't had time. So we have my friend Hannah and a few other knitters on retainer do select shop samples for us when we are cutting it close to deadlines for shows, and we just don't have time to knit them all or crochet them all like I am. This also has, I don't know if you can see, but you do an increase, a steady increase, and then you stop increasing kind of around where your shoulders would stop. So this hugs down to your shoulders, so you don't have too much bulk if you're wearing it under like a pea coat that doesn't have a hood, which is one of the good things I wanted it to be able to do, because I always have cute pea coats that don't have hoods, And so, yeah, I wanted it to have that ability. Also, it has an I-cord edge around the hood that you can actually feed a cord through, like a leather cord, and cinch it if you want. And also, usually to finish it, you put buttons down the front to kind of give it like a faux cloak look. Like it's actually knit in the round, but it's just like a cute detailing element. I think it's cute even without that, even if you don't want to put the buttons on, but I'm probably going to put the buttons on just because I think they're cute. But yeah, so it still needs to be blocked and all that fun stuff. And yeah, that's it for whips and FOs. So
Nice.
yeah. Yeah, so we've been working a lot, and I have a lot of crocheting still to do. The thing about that pattern is you start from one corner and then you work to the opposite long edge.
Yeah.
Oh man. So the ending is the longest part, but I think that the gray and green mashup right now is my least favorite of all of the options that I'm going to have. So I think that's why it's been dragging on, because I want to get to that blue.
Oh yeah, that blue.
Yeah. Anyways. Okay, so also we reached 10,000 follows on Instagram.
Literally insane.
It has been so long. Oh my gosh. We have been on Instagram for forever, and we would post all the time, like once a day and what have you, for years and years and years. And for some reason, people just never found us on Instagram. Like, it was just, you know, sometimes Instagram will just promote certain profiles and photos and what have you, and we did not start getting really promoted until last year.
Yeah.
And then we really boomed fast. Like, we gained like 6,000 follows in a year.
Yeah.
But before that, we didn't have, like, literally, oh my gosh, it would take forever to get like 100 follows. And we were like, what is wrong here? What are we doing wrong?
What are we doing wrong?
But the other night, we finally reached 10,000, and it is so awesome.
Oh yeah.
And we are doing a giveaway on Instagram. So I have not posted it yet as of me speaking right now, because I have to do the promo photo for it. But we're giving away 3 of our Outlander yarns. I believe they're going to be all new ones. I forget which ones I chose, but they're going to be fade ones. So if the winner wants to do a fade out of it or join the Outlander fade along that I have planned, they can do that. But yes, so get on Instagram and check that out, because that will be posted by the time this video goes up. So it will be open for like a week, that giveaway. Or at least several days. And yeah, so you can get all the details in that post. But yes, if you are a follower of us on Instagram, thank you for finally finding us, and thank you for watching this video and going the extra mile and joining us here. But speaking of Outlander yarns, I think we should talk about yarns, and then we'll wrap this up, because it's been kind of a while, and I want to work on my crochet project, and I cannot.
She has to focus.
I'm not a good enough crocheter that I can crochet without looking. I can knit without looking, but I cannot crochet. Right. So
I'll get those yarns.
Also, we need to pack up those. We need to pack up those clubs and mail those out.
Is there a way to lock these?
No.
Okay. Just wondering. Okay. Let's get in front of us. Oh,
what? I just wanted you to keep it over there.
Okay, and just handle one at a time.
Well, now you're moving it again, and it's gonna bump the.
We can cut that out.
I love you, but sometimes. Okay, so all the yarns that we brought today, are all on our Coquette sock base. Just because I wanted to keep them all simple and the same. But we do have all of our other bases as options for these in the back of the shop. But we have here Blue Ridge Bride. So we have had a Highland Bride for forever. I think I showed it in a previous episode, maybe. Or was that Snowy Pine? I don't remember, but anyways. We've had that for forever. It's based off of Claire's dress in season 1. And my mom came out with that like when the season aired, because she was doing a club that went along with every like few episodes.
Yeah.
So spoiler, Brianna and Roger get married. So this is inspired off of her dress, and the base of this is actually really, really, really soft buttery yellow, like super soft buttery yellow. And then it has little hints of this purple that goes with our Scottish thistle, because she keeps the Scottish thistle in the lace of her front of her dress when she gets married, and then just a little bit of green. So it I don't think I brought Highland Heather, but it also goes along with Highland Heather really beautifully. And I was thinking of actually maybe doing this set as the giveaway. I'm not sure yet, but it's very flowery and beautiful. But yeah, and then we have Brianna and Fraser's Ridge, which we showed before. And you grabbed some of them out. Well, I'm not reaching all the way over. So we showed these ones before. Then we have Roger, which is brand new. Galus, which is beautiful. This was from our club Advent. What am I saying? Advent. 2 years ago when we did an Outlander Advent. And so she has just a little bit of this bright blue in her and orange, and then just regular ecru base. I think she might have a little bit of silver in there too. Yeah, at the top, a little bit of silver. And then, do you know what these are all called, or no? Is that what you're...
No.
Oh. Okay, she doesn't know yet, but this is Dougal Mackenzie. So Dougal and Galus do kind of go together. Very pretty. Dougal is very pretty color. He has a lot of the steel blue in him, and a lot of silver and pewter tones. So just a really, really beautiful, not a dramatic variegated, but just a very nice, calm variegated. We have Porridge. So porridge, the Scottish way of saying oatmeal is porridge. So this is, I would say it's kind of like a little bit more gray than our shroom color. Shroom is just a little warmer than this, but this isn't quite silvery. It's just a really, really nice, very soft, warm gray tonal. And that'll be like in our tonal section, I believe, for forever. Now that we have that. We have Sassenach. And we have Outlander. So we never had like an official Outlander color, but now we have an official Outlander color, which is the coolest speckles. Oh my gosh, it is just so many speckles in this. So many different colors on that beautiful blue base. And I like it. I've written descriptions on all of these in the online shop, but this one reminds me of just the kind of like slight chaos of falling through the stones and everything that's kind of probably swirling in Claire's head in that first season. So I'm super excited. Like, it even has a little bit of that orangey red, which you can think is Jamie, or is it the Redcoats? I don't know. But Sassenach is also super pretty. So Sassenach is a very light steely blue gray base, and then she has deeper blotches of that steel blue, mossy greens, browns. I feel like this is a lot like her tones that she wears. So this is a speckled yarn. But yeah, we've had a Claire for a really long time, and Claire is kind of like modern day Claire before she falls through the stones, and this is kind of back in time Claire, you know, rustic Claire. But I love this one, and I think it would make a most beautiful sweater.
Oh yeah, it would.
Also, this one and Jamie, and I don't have Jamie with me, go together very well. So our other Claire color didn't really go with Jamie. Like, they wouldn't really make a good project necessarily together right next to each other. I think if you were doing like a larger fade, you could make it work. But just those two, maybe not so much. But this would go with Jamie beautifully because he kind of has this bit of this blue and he has greens in him. And yeah, I think that would be beautiful together. Oh, I like how you're picking out ones that kind of have a theme. So we have Young Ian. And Young Ian has a little bit of this almost burgundy color in it. Yeah, and then we have human hair. And these, you know, it's just the nature of having hair and a yarn business. Okay, we try to keep it out, but it just happens. So Young Ian, very earth toned. You know, if you've watched season 4 or season 5, well, we haven't seen him in season 5 yet, but if you've watched season 4, you know that he kind of really takes to the American wilderness. So this kind of reminds us of leather and furs and just like the woods, just very natural. It's got a very little bit of like a golden, like goldeny spots for his blondish hair. But yes, I love this one. It is just so neutral and beautiful. Also would make a great sweater. If you held 2 strands together of coquette sock, it would be beautiful. Make a beautiful weekender. And then last that I have to show you is Whiskey. So Whiskey is, oh gosh, again, a beautiful golden whiskey color. No, but seriously. Oh good, I'm not that brassy, but oh no, this is just a beautiful tonal. It is very golden, a little bit golden brown, just, oh, it's just lovely. So those are our new Outlander colors, and those are all in the shop right now. And then we have fade kits along with our older Outlander colors and all of that stuff. That's all online on all of our bases. And then we came up, well, we didn't come up. We're not the dyers. We're just the fans. So, Queen Bee, our mother, and SenBee, the sister that's between us in age, they do the dyeing. But Queen Bee pretty much came up with all of these Outlander colors. SenBee came up with these that will be coming to YarnCon and probably the Wisconsin Sheep and Wool. No, not Wisconsin Sheep and Wool. Wisconsin Alpaca and Fiber Festival. So that will be in Madison at the end of April, but these will also be at YarnCon in the beginning of April. And these are...
This is Kiki's delivery service. So this is like Studio Ghibli inspired. Those movies, if you've seen them.
We've had some Studio Ghibli colors before, and they were all speckles, but now we did some... We have some variegateds. So Kiki, which I'm super excited about because Kiki is maybe my favorite movie. It might be my favorite Studio Ghibli movie. I think that one and Howl's Moving Castle and Totoro. Yeah. I mean, Totoro goes without saying, though, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Then we have... You want to talk about
this one's Haku. So this one's from Spirited Away. And this is when he's in his dragon form. So... Yeah, so it's got the like pastel, that purple, some speckles to it. But yeah.
We've never
This one's
shown
beautiful.
that before.
Yeah, this one, I'm obsessed with this one.
Kiki we showed on our Instagram, but we have not shown Haku yet.
Yeah.
And then we have Totoro! So Totoro is pretty simple variegated, but with speckles. So he is that Totoro gray. You know, a little bit of white was left in there because, you know, Totoro has his little white markings that are super cute. It's got that really cool speckle definition. And then just like greenery and leaves that, you know, it's just Totoro. So if you are a Studio Ghibli fan, I mean, I think Sen nailed these. I think she really captured it. I'm very happy with it. I was worried she wasn't going to get Kiki totally perfect, but this is perfect for Kiki. This is absolutely the best Kiki yarn.
Oh, yeah.
I think ever.
Yeah, agreed.
It's so cute. I love it. And then we have some, and we just have a million yarns behind us now, but that's fine. Lord of the Rings, new Lord of the Rings colors. So these were both Club Tour de Tolkien colors at one point. So this is Argonath. So those statues, if you are not a huge Lord of the Rings fan, then these would be those two statues in the beginning of the series, so in the Fellowship of the Ring. At the end of that movie, though, the two huge statues of like kings, and they're going like this.
Yeah.
So this is kind of like based off of that poster. If you ever have seen the poster, it has this like blue-green effect into the deeper blue, and then, you know, those stone statue guys, but it's beautiful. And it goes beautifully with Argonath, which is the river that flows right by them. So
yeah, those are beautiful.
Who would have thought? So Argonath has just a little bit of green speckling over it and some deeper blue speckling over it as well. But we're actually having BananaBee knit a sample of the Inverness. No, not Inverness.
The Lallybrock?
Yes, the Return to Lallybrock shawl out of these two. So we aren't doing Outlander colors for the new knit of that one, but I think this is going to be...
That's going to be beautiful. Yeah.
It's going to be so beautiful and dramatic.
I can't wait. Yeah, I can't wait to see that.
She's only started on this portion so far, and she sent me pictures, I think it was last night or the night before, and it's so beautiful.
Is it? I have to see that.
I'll show you. I'll show you later. I won't show you right now. And then we have, sorry, I'm reaching behind you.
Okay. We got this one.
This is what that color I'm working on in my crochet shawl is the Sunset Dances and New Romances.
Downton Abbey.
Yes. And the Royal Arrival. So this is inspired after the movie when the Queen and King arrive at Downton Abbey. So it's a lot of like rich variegated colors. I'm actually doing a shawl with this and Tea with the Princess. I think we showed that last episode.
Yeah.
Tea with the Princess.
Yeah.
So I'm actually claiming one of these and knitting up a new design with that. And then this is what News Over Breakfast looks like in
which
its
is
game.
Also in the shawl.
The shawl that I'm working on right now. And yeah, so if you couldn't see in the ball, it has little bits of green speckles, red speckles, so that's kind of for the flowers. They almost always have flowers in Downton Abbey, like in vases at breakfast. And then that room kind of has a lot of like pale yellows and just softness to it, their breakfast room. So we have a lot of pale yellows this year, which I'm very excited about because it's hard to get a nice buttery, soft,
pale,
buttery yellow. But I feel like they've really nailed it this time.
Yeah, I agree.
But yeah.
Yep.
So we showed you a ton of yarn. We showed you a lot of knitting. And let me double check I didn't miss anything. Nope.
Yeah, so thank you for watching.
Thank you for getting caught in the wool with us. We'll see you next week. Bye.